Yo, 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 what is going on, CoD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we're going to be taking a look at reviewing active kingdom/jumper projects that have yet to start going into their final, /first kingdom. So, before we get started on everything, let me go ahead and just preface what are we actually going to be reviewing today as far as the criteria that we're going to be using to go off of our assessments of projects. So let's go ahead and show that off first, which we will switch quickly. And you're going to see I have 10 metrics that I go off of when I use to evaluate projects. Let me also preface this, because this is extremely important, is that this is just one factor, one section of criteria that goes into assessing projects appropriately. I'll give you two examples of two other things that is not limited to is not limited to these. There's more, but one example is being able to gauge management's or leadership's or the founder's competency, right? How competent are they as leaders or members of leadership based on their current levels of knowledge, experience, and history of what they've done so far or haven't done. And then number two, announcements. How are announcements being written? Are they being professionally structured? Are they being formatted decently? Are people not writing walls of text, right? Are you separating important sections of an announcement, right? How is your tone when you're talking to people in your announcements? These are just two things of many things that is not being accounted for in this. This is simply going off of, for these 10 points here, of having your Discord prepped at a bare minimum level, right? This is what I consider to be the first thing that needs to be done before you actually go and start recruiting for your project, right? So this, to me, at minimum, I will let you pass with a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. Anything less than that, in my opinion, is something where you need to stop recruiting, make sure these things are set up, and then you can start recruiting, right? Nobody wants to go into a project that is kind of half-arsed, if you will, and isn't taking itself seriously. And this isn't to say that any of the people who are running projects that we're going to talk about are not taking it seriously. What we're talking about is the optics of you having something that you put together that is just not completed before you have actually started. That's the important takeaway. All right. So number 1 is table of contents index page. Number 2, announcements. Number 3, positions and applications. Number 4, a project plan. Number 5, some kingdom goals. Number 6, project kingdom resources. Number 7, introductions and resumes. Number 8, recruiting. Number 9, this is a ready check or a sign off. And then number 10, meetings. Right? This is for doing things like town halls or having big meetings with your projects or kingdoms. And then number 11, that's just my extra, right? If you have this in here, you basically get 1,000 points from me. And we're going to go off a metric of 10 for the first 10. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and jump into the first bad boy here, which is going to be, I'm going to skadoosh this kiddo over. Here we go. So this is going to be Mighty Phoenixes. We're going to take a look at first. Number 1, do we have a table of contents? I don't see one here. Game information, nothing. Hall of Fame, nothing. How about announcements channel? Do not see an announcements channel. Voiceover, boost, bots, those wouldn't be relevant. Positions, applications. Don't see one. Project plan. Don't see one. Kingdom goals. Don't see one. Introductions, resumes. Don't see one. Recruiting. Okay, they have recruiting, but nothing's here. Okay, they do have some servers to join to recruit in. However, they do not have a recruitment message, a template message, or even a Word doc or a Google doc where they have the template there where they can copy paste it for people to do it, for people to help promote, and then go paste that elsewhere. So for this, I'm going to give you 0.5 here so far. Now we got ready check, no ready check. How about a meetings channel, a town hall channel? Nothing. Okay, so we're going to end up giving these bad boys here. This is going to be 0.5 out of 10. And this is, I'm going to write this name down just so I don't forget. Everyone's like, ooh, rough start. I mean, again, this isn't, we're just looking at things visually, right, from face value, right? Again, I don't know all the intricacies of every project, but what I can say is that when I go about doing projects, these are bare minimum things that will drastically increase your rate of success or your chances of success just from focusing on this one area out of many. Then let's go to Valhalla Rising. Okay, so here's another one. Boss really like the information you give out. That's right, baby. Who doesn't like the information that Big Daddy B gives out? That was a little forward, apologies, but that was exciting. Thanks, Dilly Loki. You the best, shotty. Okay, so let's get into Valhalla Rising. 1, do we have a table of contents? Let's take a look. We got, well, going to get rolls. Okay, maybe. No, let's get rolls. That's not, wouldn't be anything there. Bots, voice, music. Okay, so we pretty much have everything down that we need to have down at this point. Announcements. Okay, they have announcements. I'm going to give you a 1 there. We got positions and applications. Do we have anything there? Get roles, main topic, partnership, recruitment. Nope. Okay, how about project plan? I don't see a project plan. How about kingdom goals? No kingdom goals. How about introductions, resumes? Partnership suggestions. I don't see any introductions, resumes, or anything that says like leadership. How about recruiting? Okay, we actually have something that says recruiting. Where did I see that? Recruitment ad. Here we go. So they have a picture. Okay, that's fine. I will take a picture. You also have your Discord code on there, which is drastically important, but you have to make sure that it's a forever link and not one of those timed links or per usage or limit usage links, right? So that actually is bad. And then if you scroll up, they actually have something here as well. Now, the thing I would mention is to remove all the extra posts. You do not want to flood this. You should only have 2 things here, or even 1 thing, right, on 1 post. You have the ad and the picture. That's it. But however, because they do have it, I'm going to give you a full point there, so that's 2 points. Now let's get to, what do we have? Ready checks. I don't see anything here on ready checks. Why do we have roles and get roles? Interesting. Do we have a hierarchy community? Or sorry, do we have a meetings channel? We don't. Okay, so this is going to be a 2 out of 10 for Valhalla Rising. All right, let's go number 3. Divine Project. So I don't think we need this. Interface is fine. Kingdom platform, info center, jumper. Okay, cool. I think this should be good enough. Oh, hang on. I'm sorry. We did talk about resources in the last one. I think I may actually have to give them a little bit because I think they had something called guides. So, I mean, this isn't enough of what I'm talking about, though. It needs to be more. And let me just make sure we didn't miss anything on here. I would feel really bad if I did. Okay, I don't see anything there. Okay, good. So we're okay. Okay, so now let's go to Divine Family Project. So, number 1, do we have a table of contents? Let's see. I don't think so. COD roles, role info. No. Updates, voting, maybe identification. Let's just check. No, but announcements, position starter. Oh, okay. I think this person has been on my Discord. That's okay though. So we have a start here. Usually with these ones though, you want to have at the very top of the section. My recommendation would also be to move this COD jumper section to the very top. Right, because that's the most important thing. And then I would also start to look at just trying to consolidate maybe some channels. Again, I'm not trying to dive too far in here. But again, they do have something. So this is actually, again, I'll give you a point for this because you actually have at least some type of COD index page. And you also have a description of what the channels are. And the channels are all active. So that's important to me. I would just summarize everything in 1 post. So that way you're not making a bunch of posts, right? But I'm going to give you a point for this. Announcements. Let's see what we have. We have jumper announcements. Cool, you got an announcements channel. That's 2 points. All right. How about positions and applications? Project positions. Okay, the only thing here that I would like to have, which I don't see, and it should be on here. I don't need to go and look for it elsewhere. Everything should be essentially under 1 thing. You have something here, which is, again, not bad. I also have 2 updated videos for these that are specifically for COD, so those always could be added. However, what I would say is add everything on 1 channel. Because everything is not on 1 channel, I'm only going to give you half a point here. Which essentially means what you need to have is descriptions, and then you need to have links to video resources and applications all on 1 channel. Again, less is more. Okay. Now let's look at project plan. Do we have a project plan, right? We have kingdom goals, which I guess could. I mean, some of this is in here as well. Yeah, I mean, again, so I would, and I know level as well, but what I would say is format this a little neater. So that way it doesn't just read as a wall of text, because it's hard to kind of figure out or pinpoint what I need to pay attention to, because there's no headers and no topics for the actual pieces or sections of information that's here. Everything's just kind of listed as one. So because of that, when it comes to the project plan, and I would separate that for like, here's our project plan, and then here's what our kingdom goals are, right? That would be important for me. So I don't see anything here that is specifically a project plan on, hey, this is what our project is aiming to do, and this is what we're going to focus on in the beginning. And then you have like your kingdom goals as far as like long-term stuff that you're looking to hit at. So for that, I'm going to give you half a point here. So we'll go 3. You have and again, this is why it's kind of everything here in one, but there's just not necessarily, it is a little bit split. So I'm gonna give you half a point on both here is what I'll do. Now let's get to project and kingdom resources. So we got COD resources here. Again, listen, man, I got good summarized resources. What can I say? However, it doesn't focus on everything. There are other behemoth guides. So I would say, even if you're going to do that, feel free to add stuff to it to fill it out more, because there are other creators out there who have great guides as well on other things. So, but you at least have something here. So you're going to give your full point there, because you at least have a resource channel that is filled out. Then let's go to introductions and resumes, right? So let's look at... what do we have here? Commander help. Do we have something there? You also have a guides channel. Introductions. Okay. So we have introductions here. Announcements. I think that's it. Yeah. So we got 2 people for leader introductions. Awesome. I don't see any resumes as far as some kingdoms you played in, alliances you were a part of. I mean, again, I'll even take kingdom numbers, right, that you were in. I just think showing that, or even previous projects that you were in, right, is good as well. So again, I like that we have intros, but resumes to me are very important because it shows transparency, and it also shows a level of humility as well, right, humbleness. So I'll give you half a point there. Then we get to recruiting. So let's see, do we have... I have to assume they have a recruiting thing. I just didn't see it. Am I blind? I have all the arrows down. I don't see anything on recruiting. I bet you I'm Cray Crane. I'm missing it, huh? Someone's going to tell me after the video. I don't see anything. Even on here, I don't see anything about recruiting or post this ad. So let's move on. How about a ready check? Do we have ready check or a sign-off channel? Excuse me? We do not. How about meetings? Channel for town halls or things like that? We don't. Okay, so we're going to end these guys at a 5 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad, Divine Family Project. Okay, let's move on here to Dragons of Fantasy. Is that what we're talking about here? Okay, table of contents. I don't think... Well, we have links. Nope. I'm pretty sure there's everything. Nothing here. Fun, voice, info. Oh, here we go. Navigation. All right, dude. A point here. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, announcements. Do we have an announcements channel? I have game news. I will take game news as announcements, but I don't see anything here. So I don't know if that is the announcements thing. There's nothing there. We'll move on. Positions and applications. R4 applications. Okay, not bad. To make an application, you need to do apply, then use. Okay. I mean, this is fine. However, what I will say is at least having some descriptions on what are your expectations, what are the responsibilities, what are the tasks of each role that you as the individual are looking to make before people apply, unless you have that information on the actual application. That is, in addition to this, I just want to point out this process is pretty lengthy. It's a lot easier just to have a link to a form, a link to a video, a link to any other resources. You have a written description. We'll show you some examples of that at the end. Remember, it's all about reducing the amount of steps that someone has to take to go through this. However, you do have something here, so I'm going to give you half a point. Let's talk about project plan. Nothing there on the plan. How about kingdom goals? Right? No kingdom goals? Okay. And maybe eventually I'll combine kingdom goals and plans at some point, now that I am thinking about it a little bit more. But for now, I'm sticking to it. That's where I'm at. Project and Kingdom resources. Let's see. Do we have resources, content notification, links? Nothing. Okay. How about introductions and resumes? Application. I don't think this is leadership or nope. Okay. How about recruiting? Do we have recruiting? I'm really shocked that we don't have recruiting, just with how important it is. Oh, we do. Here we go. Look at that. This is why I had to check. Oh, cool. So they do have a recruiting thing. They do. However, I would say I don't think these copy like. Let me see. I'll give you an example. I don't think these copy verbatim. Yeah. See, they don't. So in this situation, it's important that what you would do is you would edit this, because if whoever posted this, right? So this person, whoever posted this would be this person, right? So Zerado would, or Alex would click edit here. He would copy paste. He would copy the text that was written, and he'd paste it onto a Google Doc or a Word doc, and then post that here so people can go into that doc and copy that and then paste it to other places, right? So that way it formats appropriately. However, because you still at least have an ad here, I'm going to give you half a point. But it needs to be something that people can easily copy paste. You have to think about that. Now let's go to ready check. Do we have a ready check or some type of sign off? We do not. Do we have a meetings channel? We do not. Okay, so we're going to do 2 out of 10. And that's for Dragons of Fantasy. Okay, who's next on the chopping block? I mean, who's next on the review? Okay, so we have first announcement channel. We do. Things are actually there. Lovely. That's a point. Positions and applications. I don't see anything. Okay, project plan. I don't see anything. How about a Kingdom goals? No. Okay. Project Kingdom resources. Don't see anything there. How about introductions and resumes? No. How about recruiting? Once again, shocked. I'm not seeing anything recruiting here. Ready check or sign off? Nope. How about meetings channel? Guides. Oh, hang on. We got guides for resources. I missed that. Everyone's like, no, boss, he did it. Or they did it. Oh, cool. Yeah, so you got guides. I'll take that. That actually, I'm going to give you 2 points for that. However, again, this is okay, and I'm not going to remove any points for this. However, what I will say is you can do this a lot easier. And again, we'll show you at the end of the video. Okay, so that pretty much rounds that out. So that's going to be 2 out of 10 for Fryst, if that's right. Okay, let's go to Claw Family. So again, do we have some type of table context index? I do not see anything there. How about announcements? We have information. I guess I'll take that. I'll count that as announcements. However, I would like for it just to say, how about news or just announcements? You know, sorry, it's right below here. Everyone's like, boss, you need to be able to read. I know. I'm kind of iffy here because this is like part of a plan. I mean, this is an announcement. Ugh. Important to use. This is the thing. I feel like this is just a make your mind up type of thing, right? Use the announcement channel, use the information channel, but commit to one. However, because you actually have something posted that is an announcement and use the everyone tag, I will let this slide for now and still give you a point. Let's go to positions and applications. Applications. Here we go. Nothing's there. All right. How about project plan? Don't have a dedicated plan. How about goals? Kingdom goals. Okay, nope. How about Project Kingdom resources? Guides, anything. Talent trees, we do. Again, I just would like this to be cleaner looking. I mean, this isn't awful. I'm not saying that. It just, yeah, I'd like to have it look a little cleaner. However, you do have something. It's just not. Ideally, when you're thinking about resources, you're thinking more general, universal resources and not just super niche where you're just saying, hey, we're just going to do talent trees, right? So because these are some, but not everything, I'll give you half a point. Let's go to introductions and resumes. Applications, role, self-role suggestions, and information, welcome. Nope. How about ready check, sign off, or meetings? Nope. Okay, so we're going to do 1.5, and that's going to be for Claw family. Oops, let's do this. All right, who's next? We got Subway. Excuse me, the Subway Acolytes. All right, let's do table of contents. That's a no. To be fair, there's not a lot here. So, announcements they do, but nothing's really been posted yet. I like how they have a mission, though. Which is kind of what... parts of maybe what your project plan would be to a degree, but it's not... it's just not everything... It's not anything specific, I should say. So... I'm going to have to pass on that one. Announcements channel, don't really have one on here. I mean, they do, but nothing's there. So, position applications, nothing. Project plan, no. Kingdom goals, not really. Project Kingdom resources, I don't see anything there. Recruiting, no. Ready check meetings, no. I mean, they have a directory for guests. I mean, this kind of, I know this is kind of a table of contents. I should be specific. I'll actually give you a point for this. And we have our mission. I mean, kind of like we were talking about before when it comes to some. It's just this is not detailed enough when it comes to like what is your project, and then I mean there are some things here. You know what? I'll give you half a point. But let's improve a bit. Then we got recruiting ready check and any meetings. I don't see anything there. So yeah. Okay, 1.5. This is to the Subway Acolytes. Let's move to Valhalla Warriors. So, table of contents. Do we have one? I don't see table of contents. How about announcements? We have an announcements channel. People have said stuff in here as well. However, there's not really a lot in here, which is interesting. So, I mean, you have it, but nothing's being... It's just... Yeah, I don't know. I want to give you half a point, but there's no context here on the announcement channel. There's got to be a little bit more for me. Let's go to positions and applications. No. Project Plan Kingdom goals? No. How about Project Kingdom resources? I mean, you got commander talents, which technically this would be heroes. They're heroes, not commanders. However, you have something, so give you half a point for that one. Let's do introductions resources. Sorry, I think we just covered that. No, resumes, my apologies. I don't see anything there. How about recruiting? Ready checks town halls or meetings? I don't. Okay, that's going to be a 0.5. I think we got 4 more to go here. Then we should be done. How are we doing on time? 23. I'm actually burning through these pretty quick. That's good. All right. Table of contents here. I don't see one. Center, general rank, selfies, battle reports, questions. I mean, there's nothing really there. And porn, enjoy, guides. Okay. So table of contents don't have one. How about announcements? I'll take that for news. I mean, this was posted 2 days ago, so okay. I mean, you have something. I'd like a little bit more, but this is more than the last one that we saw, so I will give you a point here. Let's go to positions and applications. So you have an R4 application. You're using the ticket system for these. I would recommend against using something else. However, you have something, but just not enough detail here, and it's not formatted either, and you have too many individual posts on this channel. There should be 1 post, maybe 2 max. So for that, half a point. Let's look at project plan. Okay, they have a jump plan. I'll take this. Okay, but nothing's there. How about some kingdom goals? I don't see any kingdom goals. Okay, how about... what do we have next? Project Kingdom resources. I don't know if I see any... Oh, hang on, we got guides. Okay, you have stuff here. Not full. Give you half a point. We should do 2. Let's do introductions and resumes. Jump crew. Here we go. Nothing yet. Okay. Let's do recruiting. Do we have anything here for recruiting? I don't see it. Okay, how about ready check sign-offs or meetings? Oh, hang on, no, advertisement. That should be it. It is, but they don't... Oh, we need a doc, though, right? Remember, something you can copy-paste for the format, so half a point there. Sign-offs and meetings. Don't see anything there. So that's going to be 2.5 to Game of Thrones. All right. Heaven's Fury. Table of contents. Don't see one. Everything is down as well. Announcements. We have Alliance notices, but nothing there. Oh, sorry. Table of contents server guide. Tripping. Okay, man. You got 1 point from your boy. Positions, applications. Don't see anything. No of your in-game profile. I'm confused here. Is this? Haven't sure. Oh, yeah. So this isn't done yet. I see. Okay. Yeah, this is server guide, guidelines, last notices, genre explain. Yeah, really confused here on this one. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm not sure if we can see everything. Maybe then. So, but again, pretty much nothing else that is really here. It's mainly just that. So, I'm kind of iffy on this one. But all right, be a 1 out of 10. Heaven's Fury. Moving on. Let's go to ID Isengard. Okay, here we go. We don't need that. Entrance, general voice, anything. Okay, cool. So let's go index, table of contents. I don't see anything here. Nope. Announcements. We have announcements, and there's things there. Cool. 1 point. Let's do positions and applications. Don't see anything there. Introductions. Nope. How about project plan or kingdom goals? Nope. Okay. How about project kingdom resources? They do have some. Let's just make sure these aren't blank. Okay, cool. So they're not cool. So I'll give you a 2 here. I would like to see these a little more formatted, but you do have multiple channels with things in here. Again, I'm usually not for having a lot of channels that are separated. It's a lot easier just to condense everything into one channel, but because you at least have something, I will accept it. Let's talk about sorry, what am I at? Introductions, resumes. They have introductions here. Okay, nice. I don't see any kingdom numbers mentioned from the majority, so I'm going to give you half a point here because you have introductions, but you don't have resumes. Right, remember, it's important to be transparent. Then we have, and if you don't have any, like if you've never played in one before, that's fine. Just, say that somewhere, usually towards the bottom. Typically formatting your post can really help. Then we have recruiting. Invite link? Okay, so we have an invite link, but not really an ad. Half a point there, so I'll give you 3. Let's go ready check, sign off, or meetings. I don't see anything. Okay, so that's a 3. Isengard. Okay, now we got what? 1. Okay, last one. Let's start. Table of contents, index. I think we should be pretty good here for what I have. Guides. Okay, cool. So start at the top. Welcome, World's Vacation, leadership, plans, event times. This info, leadership, how to job, or for applications. So no index, table of contents from what I can see. How about announcements? They have an announcements channel. I'll take that. All right, 1 point. How about positions and applications? R4 apps, here we go. They have the app, which I'm cool with, but give us some description. Give us what you're expecting. And then any relevant resources if needed. So for that, half a point. Let's do project plan. We got jump plans. Love it. Nothing's there, though. How about some kingdom goals? No. How to jump. Okay, nothing there. How about some project kingdom resources? We do. Free to play. Okay, so they do. I'll give you a full point. That's 2.5. Let's talk about introductions and resumes. Leadership bio. Here we go. Okay, so some intros. Okay, I like this. 7590. I like how we mentioned at least some kingdoms that are here. I don't know who kind of the owner of this is, so for me, it's just important to be consistent. So, but again, I'll give you half a point. Then we get to recruiting. Do we have a recruiting channel? I don't see anything here that says recruiting. Oh, no, sorry. They do have the invite link, right? Wasn't there someone that said invite link somewhere? And I'm totally tripping on that one now. No? Am I blind? I probably am. And I'm just not seeing it. Unless I'm quick, I'm just thinking about something else, but I don't see anything here for that. Okay. Next one's going to be ready check sign off in meetings. I don't see anything. Okay, nope. So here we go. That's it. So then we got Reach Family. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's about 12. We've done so far a little over 31 minutes right now. Highest rating we gave was a 5 for one family. Second highest, or one project, second highest was the 2 3s that we just did at the end back to back. So again, I mean, somewhat lowish scores, but bear in mind the game is new. We're not seeing, we haven't been seeing a plethora of projects really being get going right now. And there hasn't been an opportunity for those who have started doing projects to look at their own opportunities within. So hopefully this video will help. Now, to show you lastly, I'm going to show you just the template that I use for my projects, so you can kind of get a taste and an idea of what I'm talking about. So here you'll see that we have a start here, right, which breaks down your directory. We have an announcement channel. We have a sign-off channel, positions. Important thing about positions is that we have an application form. We have a breakdown of what that information is. Then we have resources as well for that. Next is we have goals, which, again, part of this is really more kind of kingdom goals. I think I forgot to add, I actually had an actual jump plan that I just did not add here. It's in one of my archives sections, so my apologies for that. I will go dig that up, so the next time I have it, I'll show. But then we end up getting to resources, right? So the way I do my resources, similar to how you saw in one of the others, is I just kind of summarize everything. There's also one on here that is, I think it's like a jumper guide or something I thought I had. Yeah, so is there? No, there's not. Where is... Jam spending guide, faction. Oh, well, I thought I had it somewhere. See, I got to update some things. Recruitment channel. Important thing about recruitment channel is you have the ad. You have the template, which is if you load this up, it'll have it there so you can copy paste it. And then usually you want to have recruiting channels that you can go. I actually have to re-add that back in here too as well. So my apologies. That's basically the channel that has all of the servers in which you would go to recruit from. I actually have that as well, but it's in my archive section down here. And then we have a resume. Right, the resume essentially is a brief introduction to yourself for the game you're playing. If there's any background on kingdoms that you've played in or you've been in, again, for me, you can see that here in Rock. It lists the kingdoms, Infinity Kingdom, and Call of Dragons. And then you have a town hall channel. The town hall, even though I don't have anything in here, specifically how this is utilized is you would, for example, post things such as polls on maybe activity windows for trying to get the majority of your group's activity time, so that you can set these pings where when you're doing town halls you would post them here, and then any for VODs. If you record the town halls and you want to upload this for people that were not able to join, this is where you would post those. So kind of just gives you an example of how things go, or I should say an example of how you can have all of these channels. And even though I'm missing, I think 2 that I'm missing here so far, 1.5, right? I'd probably rate myself an 8, 8.5 right now out of 10, just because I'm missing those and I want to appropriately assess it objectively. So again, those are some things that if you're just looking at for an example of what I'm talking about based on the criteria that I'm going off of, just for having your Discord prepped, right? These are important things to do. As always, if anyone has any questions, if you have any thoughts on what I looked at, remember, this is not a shameful thing. This is not to say, oh, how dare these projects, or, that no one should join them until they're ready to go. It's more about talking about things to help projects improve upon where they are currently, so you as the project can improve your chances for success, and more importantly, the players that have chosen to join your project whom you are now responsible for. So take that into consideration. That is going to do it for me. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. As always, until next time, we will catch you later.